Why does everybody love to hate Meghan Markle? I have a theory on this, and that is that Meghan is a strong, independent, and outspoken woman who literally has created a life that suits her. She's gone after what she wants in life, she does what she wants, and invariably, she gets what she wants. Now, let's contrast Meghan, Kate Middleton, who I completely delightful, but everybody loves Kate Middleton, and I'll tell you why. Kate Middleton doesn't open her mouth. She doesn't have an opinion. She doesn't buck the system. She doesn't do or say anything of any controversy or anything that would imply that she is anything other than a very compliant and dutiful wife. I'll let you do the comparison there. This is the witch wound playing out in 2025 with women who are outspoken and who make their own way and blaze their own trails being torn down, and women who comply and just basically shut the fuck up. They're all good. I invite you, if this resonates, to go and listen to this week's episode of the podcast where I share the witch wound and how the collective trauma of the witch wound, even though it's over 400 years old, is still playing out for us women in 2025, and what you can do to change things.
The Meghan derangers logged in today, ready to do their 12-hour shift of hating, and instead got blindsided by the messiest plot twist in 2025. X dropped that about this account feature, and the way the timelines fell immediately into silence. I haven't seen the derangers this quiet since Meghan dropped a recipe, because now when you click on their profiles, the truth is right there. No mystery, no pretending, no fake concerned American mom persona. Suddenly, all these accounts that swore they were tweeting from Ohio or the UK or Australia or even Canada are magically popping up from Pakistan, India, and Russia. Like, girl, you said you lived in the UK. Then why is your account showing from Karachi? The funniest part is the speed in which they're panicking. Accounts going private, bios disappearing, tweets getting mass deleted, roaches scrambling like somebody just turned on the lights. The wig isn't just off. It flew across the timeline and hit somebody else's notifications. And the excuses are absolutely sending me. It's my VPN. That app is glitching. That's not my real location. Bestie, you've been role-playing as a retired British aristocrat for 3 years, and now the app is telling us you're tweeting from New Delhi? What are we to do with that information besides laugh? Not the derangers who were calling Meghan a danger to the Western world, being unmasked as dudes in Moscow, using stock photos of Labradors as profile pics. Not the ones pretending to be California moms, turning out to be posting from Lahore at 3 a.m. their time. The geography isn't geographing, and quite frankly, it's embarrassing. This is the best part. They can't hide it. They can't spin it. They can't lie about it. The app exposed them like a cheating boyfriend on FaceTime. I am crying. I am wheezing. I am sipping my as-ever tea as I click on every profile, like it's a season finale. The journalism. It sounds like a jealous meltdown typed through tears and insecurity. But before we unpack it, is this you, Katie? I thought so. The jealousy in this piece is radioactive. Katie Rosinsky wrote like someone who saw Meghan SUSSEX breathe on a magazine cover and felt personally attacked. Every sentence dripping with envy so thick, it should have come with a mop. This was a diary entry from a hater who forgot to keep it private. The moment you called regular women civilian goblins, just told on yourself. That was the loudest cry for help the internet has heard in weeks. Your tone is giving why is she glowing and why am I not energy, and tried to hide it behind fake intellectual sass. But the bitterness spilled through, like the cracked foundation on your face. You said Meghan's no makeup shoot was branding. The only branding I saw was your jealousy, seared into an article like a watermark. It was emotional leakage. You wrote like someone who desperately wanted to say, I wish that were me, but settled for a passive-aggressive blog post. The envy was loud, the insecurity louder, the desperation deafening. If you're going to write out of jealousy, at least own it. Because this entire article read like a hate fan confession, written by someone who can't stand that Meghan is effortlessly gorgeous, while you're fighting for your life trying not to look like a civilian goblin. Your words, not mine. So let's remind everyone what you're working with. And the next time you feel this jealous...
Hello, I'm a middle-aged man with an embarrassing problem. I've formed a strong negative opinion about a woman whose life doesn't even affect me. And I like to express that rage in the public domain. Luckily, there's now a number I can call.
Hello, you've called the Meghan Markle helpline.
If you've got a ridiculous opinion about Meghan Markle, our helpline workers are bravely standing by, ready to endure your take so others don't have to.
Who did this woman think she is that she can come along and damage the reputation of the royal family? I mean, that's Prince Andrew's job.
But why did he marry a commoner? It's against tradition. He should have married one of his own family.
I mean, she's so fake. Why can't she just be down to earth like his family that lives in the giant castle and dresses every day like they're in some sort of Jane Austen Comic-Con?
Why are they going off on their own instead of leeching off the taxpayer? You know, like the good royals.
If you got riled up by the Oprah Winfrey interview you watched of your own free will, our operators are ready to put up with you.
I mean, what a performance. I'll tell you what, she can make a decent career as an actor.
Sir, can I get you to pull up IMDb?
Oh my God, she's been gainfully employed. Then she definitely shouldn't be a royal.
That was the worst Oprah interview I've ever been in the audience for. I looked under my seat several times and there was no car under here.
Rest assured, the Meghan Markle helpline covers every possible type of complaint.
Press 1 if your complaint is about race. Press 2 if your complaint is not about race, but deep down is kind of about race.
But my complaint isn't about race.
Oh, what's it about then? Hello?
And because we know this isn't a race issue and you hold all royals to the same bizarre standards, we've also set up the Kate Middleton helpline.
Hello? Wrong number. I think you're after...
The Meghan Markle helpline, a made-up helpline for a made-up problem.
Now, Kate longs for this type of love. Look at that. Harry loves the hell out of his wife. But Kate gets this. William looks irritated as hell. Kate wants to be held like this, in the protection and loving arms of her husband. But she gets this. God damn, that was the coldest brush off ever. Kate wants this type of affection, but she gets this. Damn, Willie is always embarrassing Kate in public. And let's not forget this. No body language expert was needed. Harry is actually happy with his wife. Look at him. The man is so giddy that he is practically skipping because he has the hand of his beautiful, intelligent wife. Now go find Waldo, a.k.a. Willie, because I bet he's not with Kate. Not only is he bald, he's dumb as a rock. Girl, are you in the upside down somewhere? Because this comment is something straight out of Stranger Things. Waldo is the epitome of dumb. Exhibit A. How embarrassing. If this fool was representing me in my country, I wouldn't be able to show my face. Boo, boo, tomato, tomato. Showing up to work 10 sheets to the wind. Look at him, geeked out like a motherfucker. And this dummy is no prince. Look how he treats his wife in front of people. Poor Kate. I have secondhand embarrassment for her. This man is just dumb, 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 dumb. The Daily Mail needs to be shot. I know they not calling this man a hunk. I guess that hat is equivalent to Clark Kent's glasses. Well, I hope he invests in some hats. In a fucking phone booth. This man is a whole ass toad. He let his wife get hammered for months and never came to her defense. Flush his ass down a toilet. Who shows up to teach kids the fundamentals of camping in business attire? Dummies. Who the hell cuts a branch, a twig, wearing gloves and protective eyewear? A scary dummy. Pick that twig up and break it over your knee like a real man. And as for Harry being bald, duh. But I tell you what, if it was raining, and I mean hard, I'd rather have my sunroof open instead of a convertible top. Now, Karen, or Chris, whatever you prefer. Ain't you tired? Damn, I done ran through you, Waldo and Kate, the Three Stooges. Now hop on your broomstick and fly the fuck away. And please,
don't ever do that again.
He's in the corner watching you kiss him. Oh.
Anymore, is she? So, because
she's just plain old Fergie, no Sarah Ferguson.
But she does know where a few of the bodies are buried. She lived within the heart of the royal family.
Yeah.
And that's what I never understood. Why did they tolerate that?
Well, because Andrew was the Queen's favourite.
He was the fave. He was
also,
the absolute
that weird thing where the couple break up but still live together almost as husband and wife. Does that strike you as strange? I don't know.
Very.
It does seem strange, but I suppose when you've got a 30-room mansion, apart from the 72 teddy bears, there's plenty of it.
I don't know how she did it, but somehow Jan Moira convinced the Daily Mail to send her back to Montecito, despite her producing this piece last year, where she asked the question, what does the prince do all day? It never gets answered. They sent her on another trip. I mean, hard-hitting investigative journalism piece.
My trip to Meghan Markle's pop-up shop, where even the Montecito said balk at 24 pounds for a jar of honey.
I read the article so that you don't have to. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. Nowhere in this piece we see proof of the shock and outrage. She completely negates this when she writes,
"This is no ordinary bookshop, and the people who come here are far from ordinary too. Women in Jenny Kane chocolate cashmere and carrying 3,000-pound Dior tote bags peruse the shelves."
People who use a Dior tote for just an everyday little shopping bag are not outraged by the cost of this honey. Here is the As Ever pop-up. This is Godmother's bookstore, set up by literary agent Jennifer Rudolph Walsh, who was instrumental in the publishing of Prince Harry's book Spare, and cosmetics mogul Victoria Jackson. But really, Jan's here for the jam.
The jam!
As she explains in her column, and does she ever buy the jam, test the jam? No. No, you could have looked at these products online and written the same piece. Jan notes that in the 30 or so minutes, maybe, that she was in the bookshop, we don't know if it's a weekend or weekday, people were perusing and not buying. Great market research, Jan. Do we ask the shop how the products are selling? No. This display probably more a way to bring exposure to Godmother's, which is a relatively new bookstore, only opening last year. Probably friends help friends. This is how business works. Jan isn't there for the, quote,
mulling spice kits, a racket in a packet, or a tin of damnable flour sprinkles, twigs in a tin.
For the jam. This is a way to write the same story that she and other royal reporters have been writing for years.
Let's consider what Harry and Meghan are in their own little shop of horrors right now. God damn it, that was good. The sad truth is that to some, they are increasingly much more bargain bin than top shelf.
Babes, you already did this last year when you talked about all that the Sussexes, particularly Harry, was losing with the move to Montecito. Although I will say that with all of the Andrew Windsor Mountbatten news, she steers clear of the whole Meghan and Harry are taking down the British royal family. And a little hard to argue that right now. This column tells us absolutely nothing, except for the fact that Meghan remains such a topic of interest that the Daily Mail is willing to spend money to send Jan Moira back up the 101 to see a pop-up display in a local bookstore where she seemingly doesn't talk to anyone except for a shop assistant. I would like to pitch Jan Moira's next trip. Would like Jan to recreate
Meghan running on the beach in January, writing out the year in an all-white Jenny Kane ensemble, just to see how easy it is to do in one take or not.
Dang. Hate the column. Respect the hustle, getting some free trips to California.
This is an exclusive. Our Duchess of Sussex is offering a 20% off site-wide on the As Ever website, okay? So if you have not had a chance to experience the honey, the spreads, the wine, the champagne, head on over there and grab it up right now because you can get 20% off. And if you want to spend a certain amount, she will also give you free shipping, okay? She is super kind to be doing that. Of course, it is Black Friday week, so why not run that so she can run her sales up and we can get all the products that we need on a little bit of a discount. A girl like me will take it because I want to make sure that I am ready for that holiday special next Wednesday, December 3rd, with Love Meghan. The holiday special will be dropping. And I am hoping that I can have my products in hand because a girl is ready. Here we go again. Why did I tell y'all a couple days ago that I feel like I'm a psychic? Well, Duchess of Sussex was in my email today with, as ever, talking about there is something big coming. What did I tell y'all? I knew it. I really feel like it's going to be a cookbook dropping because I'm thinking about that sage honey, and why would she put that recipe in there? She ain't never did that, and she could have done that with all of the other drops that she has done, with the spreads, with the wine, with the teas, with the cookies, with the flour sprinkles, like all of those things she could have done recipes with, and she did not do that, but she decided to do that with the sage honey, and now she's talking about we got something big coming. Listen, if you have not checked your email, check your email, because one of the things that she did do, she asked for your name and she asked for your email. So I'm not sure she's putting us on another email list or what, but trust and believe she got all of my information because I'm not missing a thing. If it's going to be a special drop, if it's a special announcement, if it's a special event, I ain't missing it. So I suggest y'all don't miss out either. So go check your email.
Meghan Markle's new Harper's Bazaar spread is stunning, and it speaks to how we treat women who reclaim their own story. The shoot by Malik Badian is all clean lines, soft lighting, and a really intentional use of texture. And the composition is really gorgeous. Meghan is calm, centered, and completely self-possessed. Do I love the gray background? Honestly, no. But it does feel symbolic. It's like the noise all around her has been washed into neutrality. And she's the only source of warmth within the frame. And this is where the photos get interesting. Visually, they're quiet, but culturally, they're extremely loud. Meghan is one of the few celebrities who's been relentlessly criticized for things that aren't actually wrong. But she's being criticized for being biracial, being confident, being chosen by her husband, prioritized by her family, and choosing her mental health over a centuries-old institution. Maybe the reason the shoot is generating so much buzz is because it captures a woman who isn't performing innocence or perfection for public approval. She's completely authoring her next chapter, and the fact that so many people still hate her for that really says more about them, and maybe about our discomfort with powerful, self-directed women. I don't know. Really don't understand what she's done that's really morally wrong. And even if there was, I mean, why are we worried about her? Any hatred towards Meghan Markle is rarely rooted in her actions, but it's rooted in what she symbolizes. You got a biracial American woman marrying into one of the most image-controlled institutions on earth, and it disrupted people's fantasies. And these people project resentment onto her for choosing peace over the optics, which is really funny because I think they're just jealous, all these loud critics, that their own spouses would never sacrifice themselves for the in-laws either. You can't explain to me what Meghan has really done wrong because there's nothing, all right? She just has simply refused to shrink. This shoot also brings to mind when she pulled up to the Balenciaga show. It's literally insane. She is so beautiful, it's actually crazy. It really annoys me that a woman claiming her voice can be so polarizing. And this obsession with punishing her for I don't know what says a lot about how we treat women who are loved loudly.
The amount of people who got so offended about my video about a Russian part black poet who basically formed Russian language is insane. First, I have a question for you. Why does it even offend you so much? You are not even Russian, you have nothing to do with Russia, you have nothing to do with Russian history, and you have nothing to do with Russian language. So if me, a Russian person who was born and raised in Russia, if it doesn't offend me, and I personally don't know a single Russian who finds it offensive or something, why do you care so much? And there are many people who say that he wasn't even black, that he is 100% white. First, a little information for you that he did get bullied by some people because of his looks and that he looked different. He had very curly hair, and the thing that even though he got bullied, he still loved his roots and he was proud of his roots. So if he himself is telling you guys where he's coming from, why are you all in denial? And his grandfather had a very interesting life, and I'm gonna make another video on him later.
Did you see As Ever was featured in Vogue, Elle, Town and Country, and Marie Claire? How fabulous.
So I saw this video of a white woman saying that her kids don't see color.
As a white woman, I'm here to tell you that my kid does see color. Probably not for the reason that you're thinking, though. From a very, very young age, I have taught him, if you are lost, of course look for, firefighter, like police officer, things like that. But if you can't find them, go to a black family. Do not go to a white male or a white woman by themselves. And I know it's not every white person. I've never kidnapped anybody. I would take care of them. But white people kidnap for fun and because there's opportunity. And so I've instilled it in him very young. You look for a black family because you will be loved, you'll be taken care of, you will be fed. They will treat you like their own until they figure out who your mother is. And they're not just gonna let some random person take you from them either. They're gonna make sure that they know that this child belongs to you. Anyways, don't cancel me.
Of copying the original style of black people's fashion, but never had any soul. Let's stop pretending that this was a shared culture. Racist America has never appreciated black American fashion. The countless eras of magic and threads. Every era. Every single one has started with black visionaries inventing a look, a sound, a way of walking through hell with style, and ended with white culture strip mining it, bleaching it, rebranding it, and pretending it never saw black people wear it first. From Dapper Dan to Leon Talley, fashion has always been the advertisement for black intelligence. From zoot suits to shell toes, do-rags to gold chains, grills to oversized jerseys, baby hairs to airbrush tees, nameplate necklaces to acrylic nails. Everything they mocked, they later monetized. Never once did they say that black people did this first. They wait for the black culture to ripen, for that one trend to become commonplace so that they can slip right in and pretend that they're the trendsetters. Then they pluck it, paint it beige, and call it edgy. The 1920s to 40s, Harlem glamour. Racist America watched from jazz clubs, fascinated as black folks turned Sunday best into a defiant fashion statement.
Afternoon, friends. Happy Monday. How the heck you doing? Hope you had a brilliant weekend. And my question to you today is, are you following the path and joining the dots to try and work out what's going to happen with Catherine and William in 2026? I've been joining the dots for a while. I've got my own opinions. Let me share them with you. Catherine's Christmas concert, never the most popular thing in the UK, to say the least, is all about celebrating love in any form. And the press release today, she's got a fair point. Again, not many people actually want to listen to her, but scientists have said for decades that anyone that's in addiction should be treated with decency and respect. There should be no fear, shame or judgment, and addiction is a thing that needs proper treatment, medical treatment and psychological treatment. Love in all its forms, cutting people some slack who are suffering from addiction. Who do you think she's talking about? Comments are open as ever. My opinion's not important, but I think she's talking about William. And I think in an effort, and I think it's too late by the way, in an effort for Catherine and William to be normalised and try and create some empathy in the British public and the British taxpayer, we're going to start seeing some admissions in 2026 around some of William's issues that he's got now. And this is the start of the drip, drip, drip. Comments are open. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. Guys, these people are crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I cannot believe this in my eyes. Well, I can, because guess what? Remember, a few years ago, one of them tabloids paid one woman to go look for Thomas Markle. That's prime donor for our princess. That dude. So they sent one of them tabloid ladies to look for him. And these people were religiously out there looking for every nonsense that they could find, in which they could not even find no one. Because guess what? Black mamas do not give birth to dumb kids. They teach us right since we are very tiny bitty some people. And they tell us how to behave out here. And if you're a public figure like Her Royal Highness Duchess Sussex, I tell you, her mama did all the work. Her mama did all the hard work out there. She ain't gonna be like a mentioned in all this mess. So right now everybody's sitting down there also looking for her ex, and that dude doesn't even say a word. They were married in few months, and it didn't work, and they left. Her Royal Highness Duchess Sussex left him. And she's not the only one who divorced in that family. That guy, Charlie Boy, who is ruling that country right now, is a divorced guy. And his wife used to be one of these royal soldiers' wives. Okay? This guy here, Andrew Parker-Bowles, who used to be married to Camilla Parker-Bowles. The one y'all guys calling queen right now. Are y'all guys out of your damn minds? So y'all want to amplify the only person who divorced in that family. That Her Royal Highness Duchess Sussex never even got no babies in that marriage. And Charlie Boy had 2, and Kyle Miller had 2 also. And all those kids are in their 50s right now that Camilla gave birth to. Okay? So y'all want to sit down there, amplify the young black woman who divorced after a few years of marriage. Y'all out of your damn effing minds. And I tell y'all guys out here, this one here who went looking for the jam and said the jam was so heavy that she couldn't take the jam back. Is that what she said? Guys, I'm just watching all this stuff here. I do not want to watch some faces. You know, some of those faces just makes me feel nauseated. You know, some of those faces don't really deserve my eyes to even look at. Like that woman, damn, what happened? Is that stigmatized? I'm at what? Y'all, please let me start Connie buy my cookies and cream. My queens, how y'all doing? Like even my, how y'all doing, my queens? Chef Sandy, how y'all doing, my queen? How y'all doing, my lovely queens down here? I love y'all guys very much. I do appreciate every single one of your comments down here. Lydia Washington, Reba Henderson, Joyce Anderson, and all of y'all guys. It's a lot of y'all guys. I can't remember all of y'all guys. I gotta focus on driving because I tell you, queens, these people be getting on my nerves. Ernie Cool, my king, how you doing, my brother? How you doing there, Apache? How you doing, all of y'all guys, my lovely kings out here of the Success Squad of Lady Rose channel. I appreciate y'all guys. I appreciate y'all guys. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate y'all guys showing up for our queen, our princess, the future queen of England, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Sussex. I do appreciate y'all guys. And my queens there, the Duchess of Success, God bless you down in the UK there. My queen on TikTok, Erica, Christine_Christine from Chicago. God bless you. God bless all my queens. And my lovely brother, the notorious JTB, the king of them all, the Knight of Success, is also the notorious JTB. God bless you all guys. I appreciate everything that y'all guys do, and I appreciate you also, Prince Dre, the Duke. All of y'all guys are my lovely people. God bless y'all. We do see you, and we appreciate y'all guys for showing up for our princess. Yes, so this witch went to California. I mean, how much money did she pay to go there? Well, the germ is so expensive, but yet she got money for a flight to fly from UK to United States of America for jam. Oh gosh, these black queens, y'all do not underestimate yourselves. Y'all need to sit down here and start showing you my videos to your little daughters so they could learn how powerful our queens are. Little black women out here. We make the world move and we shake the world. I tell you, when we do something, everyone wanna show up. Everyone wanna pay attention. When some people show up and nobody's sitting down there paying attention about nothing. So you need to know your impact, my black queens. God bless you. I'ma focus on my driving. I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye for now. Y'all have a good day.